Hi guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to another video from Rate the Reds. In today's video we're going to be looking at why are Arsenal struggling to make some good money from some of the players that we need to sell. Once again, in this transfer window, Arsenal have struggled to really generate any revenue from any of our players. Does this mean that they're not worth that much, or is Arsenal just devaluing our players by letting them sit on the bench and not moving them on when it's time to sell them? Selling players is just as important as buying them. Look at clubs like Chelsea or Brighton. They have consistently moved players for big fees. Arsenal, not so much. Too often we terminate contracts or sell for peanuts. This has directly impacted us on how much we can reinvest into the squad. Why do Arsenal struggle to sell well? First of all, it's probably because we offer our players, especially underperforming players, high wages. When a player isn't delivering but is on 100k a week plus, other clubs simply can't match those wages, and those players would rather sit on the bench and stay at Arsenal and ride out their contract. Also, we look at maybe some poor timing in the market. We hold on to players far too long until their value drops instead of selling them when their stock is high. I struggle to see where Arsenal can generate some real money by selling players. The only one that I look at to generate money is probably Martinelli, due to his age and potential. The rest of the players, it would only be looking at getting them off the wage bill and earning a small value, which probably would only contribute to a partial bit for another big player. If Arsenal want to sell better, we need a more ruthless approach. Sell players before they hit their decline. Be willing to cash in while the interest is hot, even if the fans' favourites, and most importantly, stop giving big wages to unproven or backup players. Once Arsenal start to improve in this department, we can finally start looking at bringing in a couple more big names, such as Eze or Rodrigo. Now, out of them two big names, the only one that I think is realistic is Eze. Rodrigo will cost Arsenal way too much money, in the region of 100 million euros, where Eze could possibly be done around 60 million pounds. Arsenal may also offer a swap deal with Trossard for 20 million with 40 million on tops. Eze will bring a lot of proven ability to the left-hand side of our midfield and can operate as a number 10 from the left wing. Perfect for Arteta's fluid attacks, especially against teams that like to defend deep. These two players would bring real quality and depth to Arsenal's squad, but getting there means moving players out first. That's why selling well in next window is crucial for Arsenal, and we may have to come to terms with getting rid of some of our big names to generate some cash that we can invest back into the club. And even with Arsenal struggling to sell players and generate money, the Premier League's most expensive player list is out, and who's dominating it? That's right, Arsenal. Arsenal have the most players on the list out of any other club, but what does that really mean for us as we struggle to sell players and generate a profit from them? Let's break it down. These valuations are based on age, current form, contract length and potential resale value, and Arsenal's young core means our players tick all them boxes. Out of the 5 defensive players, including the keeper, Arsenal have 4 players on that list: David Raya, Gabriel, Saliba and Timber. We also have Declan Rice in the midfield alongside Bukayo Saka on the right wing. On one hand, this is a huge statement and shows that Arsenal have built a full squad of elite talent, but this comes with a lot of pressure and shows that we need to now turn this into silverware. Now, Gooners, how do we rate having the most expensive players in the league? Are Arsenal set for dominance? Does this just put more pressure on us to deliver trophies? Let me know in the comments, smash the like button and subscribe as we do more rated videos on Arsenal.